Welcome back to Rimworld. I actually wanted to give things a lot more time because I've been doing a little bit of background building, that type of thing. Getting a lot of roofs down, that's generally the one thing I've been trying to do here. If we go quickly to the build roof area, you can see that I basically roofed over the whole thing. So I thought, you know, it'll stop our vampires melting in the sunlight or whatever. I was kind of hoping this volcanic winter would piss off, seeing as that's been kicking around for ages. I was hoping that would go away before we started the episode. It's still here. I started because we've had a raid turn up. So, as you might remember last time, we had this this red psychic shipfall, this fire ship, apparently. Red psychic ship, I guess it's just a ship, just a fire ship, right? All it seems to do is occasionally shoot out fires, but because we're on the other side of the river, doesn't seem to affect us. It is putting out sort of the regular, you know, like psychic ship or poison ship aura. Don't know if it does anything. Definitely doesn't seem to do the poison from the poison ship, and there's no, obviously, psychic anything going on with that. Just the occasional tree bursting into flames, which is kind of cool. But it's not that much of an issue, because like I said, we're over the other side of the river. What I did do, last episode, something I discussed, was kind of removing one of the combat extended simplification mods. We don't really need it anymore. The reason for installing it was to make the game run a little bit quicker, but of course, because of the recent Rimworld patch, we don't really need to worry about that these days, right? So I've put back the mod that, you know, had some multiple different, or I've specifically removed the mod that removes the multiple different types of ammo. So we can now make EMP rounds, or armor-piercing rounds, or beanbag, you know, ammo for the shotgun if we don't want, that would be especially good for our wardens for, right, as it even says there, riot control. That would be very, very useful. So we're going to probably have to make some of these, but in the meantime, we've had a raid turn up. So these poor boys are going to have to fight, hopefully, oh, they actually are, yeah, look at that, they've already gotten into conflict here. These guys are going to fight the Scythers for us. Either way, no matter who wins, we're coming out of it a lot better. The raid is fine, they've got some good guns, so we can swoop and obviously grab their shit afterwards. But the mechanoids, the Scythers are hopefully going to fight, and, oh, well, there we go, they've already kicked off here. We're going to get something out of this either way. I think the Scythers, from the looks of it, are just going to absolutely annihilate them. My god, they're strong. They are, like, disgustingly powerful. Anyway, like I was saying before, we can now go in and grab their shit and bring that home with us, but it gives us time to obviously make a couple more ammo-piercing, armor-piercing rounds. We don't need to even really worry about them, because they're not going to attack the base. They're not going to do anything besides just sit around their ship there, unless that guy now attacks the base. What are you doing? Melee attacking water well. No, he's given up. Yeah, so like I was saying, we've already got nothing to worry about here. Time is absolutely on our side. So I think let's order up just a massive bunch of armor-piercing rounds. So what have we got then? We've got everybody but Pickle has a weapon at this stage. Do we have any other spare guns lying around? Oh, another thing I've done as well is I've actually restricted the area they're allowed into, just because, mainly because of the mechanoids, I'll be honest with you. If there's like an animal that dies over here, and they go and try and collect its corpse, they're obviously going to run into the mechanoids and probably get themselves killed there. So I've restricted them all to Area 1. Area 1 is fairly generous, quite a huge area, obviously includes walls and sort of the area outside, so they can still mine and things like that. So let's order ourselves up some ammo. We've got, Jilp has his SKS. What ammo does that take again? We've got 7.62 times 39 Soviet, and we've got 3 of those goddamn things, so that's definitely something we need to, there it is, 69 times 39 Soviet. We want to get armor-piercing ones, basically just superior to the other ones in everywhere. Someone quite rightly pointed out last series, they do the same thing, except these ones, I mean, when you're using Full Metal Jacket, those are only effective, or they're just sort of generic bullet. Hollow Point are super powerful against unarmored enemies, but weak against armored enemies, whereas Armor Point are going to get through armor and still deal a decent amount of damage as well. They cost 3 extra steel. What's 3 extra steel when you're making 500 bullets apiece, huh? So why don't we go and churn some of those out? I'm going to make 500 per person with that gun. So we've got, I believe, 3 SKS or whatever the hell they're called. So why don't we go 1,500? I think that's probably not a bad plan. Do until X. Yeah, we want to do that, and then we want to do until we've got 1,500 of the damn things kicking around. That'll do it. And that should be everything dealt with. So I've gone through and obviously made sure we've got a correlating ammo for our specific guns. So we've got 3 lots of the SKS. We've got something that requires machine gun ammo, assault rifle ammo, shotgun. Went for buckshot for the shotgun. I'd love to make some EMP ammo, especially right now. I think that'd be super, super useful, but it does take components. We don't have any components right now. Oh, another thing we've got going on, by the way, is the solar flare. So that's obviously fantastic, along with our volcanic winter there. Luckily, we are in spring. It's still incredibly cold in the house. Literally nothing I can do in this situation besides lighting campfires everywhere, which suppose I could in hindsight. And then we've got pistol ammo for the machine pistol. So, oh wait, do we need ammo for this? I don't believe so. It just says, you know, I mean, clearly there's no a lightning bolt symbol over that to show that there's no power. Alright, We probably also want to put a freezer in here, or a heater. We do have a vent, but it's so far away from the other heaters, it's probably not particularly heat efficient. So who is our crafter? I've sort of juggled the jobs around a little bit too. We've got ourselves Don Trumpian Donger. Congratulations, my friend. You are now #1 Smith boy. Come over here, craft me some bullets. Not assigned to smithing. I assigned to smelting. Yeah, there we go. All right, Don. Get to work, my friend. I'm going to force him to do that. In fact, let's probably not, otherwise he'll freak out. Solar flare is ending. Fantastic news. All right, we don't need to worry about our campfires. Other thing I've tried to do just before we start this is get as much of the prison built as possible. I mean, look at this. This is cool, right? Boom. So those stall doors I was talking about work perfectly. So this whole thing counts as one big prison block. But they do technically have privacy, inverted commas. So if someone's using the bathroom and the other person's walking past, they're not going to feel disgusted by seeing someone on the bathroom there because they do have those stall doors. Doesn't divide them into separate rooms, though. So this all counts as one massive prison, which I think is awesome. Another cool idea I saw was replacing this with embrasures in the event that we did have a prison riot. We could just line this wall with a bunch of turrets and shoot them all dead. Well, not necessarily dead, but, you know, we'll wait and see how that goes. What's up with Mal? Why are you down, my friend? I don't know. For a Deodon. I think because of the winter, because we had the volcanic winter, which meant there were no animals spawning, that coupled with the fact that we were in regular winter, we were hunted by an animal, we've killed that thing since, and then obviously butchered it there into some tasty, tasty meat. Not that we're too concerned about that. I thought the solar flare had ended, my man. What does it only say refrigerate? Oh, it's taken a while for it to come back on, huh? We could actually do with some components. So one thing I have done to balance the Quarry Mod, I wanted something for the prisoners to do. Obviously, in their spare time, quarrying is going to be super useful. Gives us a reason to try and capture that many prisoners. We can use them for power. We can use them to churn out resources. But obviously, you know, you're gambling with a huge amount of prison riots and that type of thing as well. One thing I've done is nerf the quarry down so it can't produce so many components. So it starts with quite a high chance to produce components. I've really reduced that chance. It's a little bit OP otherwise. So another thing to do as well is quickly go to every single gun loadout here, and luckily it won't take too long, is just replace all of their ammo types, so we need the SVD as well, with armor-piercing rounds. What I'm going to do is just 10 times whatever the base value is, because the bulk is so low, who really minds if they've got to carry just a little extra bullet? It really makes no difference for what I can tell to their actual like movement speed or bulk or anything like that. So let's go armor-piercing on that one, 300 rounds. I mean, look at that. It's not even halfway through its bulk, and its mass is so low anyway. I think this is probably the best way to do things. Modpack 500. I suppose for a shotgun it might be different, but we'll wait and see how it goes. We're using box shot with that, aren't we? So we'll try 50. Yeah, even then, I mean, like I said, it's not even halfway to his bulk, so we'll absolutely stick with this strategy. I think it's probably the best way forward. And keeps it nice and unified as well, huh? So, armor piercing for that one. I believe that's everybody dealt with, huh? M16, SKS, Mossberg. Yep, we are good. So they've now all gonna switch over to armor-piercing weapons whenever the hell he's done with that. Kind of want to move the stockpile into this other room. Let's just get that done as well. So copy settings, paste it into there. Just go ahead and delete this one and haul urgently. So that way, because it's going to have a horrible amount of beauty in this room. Yeah, minus 1.2 because it's just covered in so much shit on the floor. They're not going to be too happy, you know, working in this room all day, especially if we set up some long-term tasks, like crafting ammo, for example. I kind of want to just clear this out. Plus, we can expand this room, because we've left kind of a nice area to build across to the left-hand side. Let's get all that hauled urgently, and that should keep him a little happier, I think. So the only issue I've actually noticed with this mod pack is that whenever Jilp is building roofs, the FPS drops to less than 1. I mean, you can clearly see for yourselves here how fast people are moving. The second I hit the draft button on Jilp, it'll go straight back up to a solid 60. Watch this. Boom. Problem solved, huh? I don't know what the hell is causing it. I don't know why Jilp building, like I've said before, chances are it's to do with his pathing. So he's like building a roof and then the game's calculating where he's supposed to go, and maybe because there's, you know, he's trying to build somewhere where there's already a roof. Don't know what's causing it, but it's only ever Jilp building roofs. Fortunately in Rimworld, there's no way to restrict him from building roofs unless I, you know, stop him doing construction altogether until those roofs are built. I'm kind of probably just gonna blitz through it as fast as I can. It's going to take me about 4 hours to... Oh, God, what is happening now? See, it's whenever Jilp is trying to move between places. Oh, now I stopped building the roof. We're running fine. Ah, there we go. Just a nice little bit of cursed roof there. Another thing I've done is I've built 4 more workbenches here just so everybody, if they've got nothing else to do, can focus on just straight up research. Now, another great suggestion I saw in yesterday's comment section was build different types of power. We've got a lot of power issues. The one that was suggested was watermill generators. I, like a fool, I've clicked geothermal. I realized that in hindsight. We do have 2 geothermal vents, so it wouldn't have been such a huge problem. One thing I was doing as well is I wanted to get this geothermal vent so we could set turrets on this other side. As they were running across the base, like melee characters especially, if we get like tribal attackers with, you know, spears or ictors or whatever, as they're running across here, Iquaz, not Icta, that's a government type. As they're running across here, they're going to get just gunned down by, you know, from both sides. Only thing I'm concerned about is maybe the embrasures. They'll shoot through an embrasure, and there's a very, very, very tiny chance that they'll also hit our colonists on the other side. We can sort of stagger it out. It's not such a big deal. But the whole point of getting geothermal power is so that we can power these turrets here, and there's a whole separate grid. So our power's always going to be on for those turrets. I feel like defenses are always going to be kind of important here, unless of, like, solar flare, obviously. But by getting the watermill generators, we don't have to rely on crappy wind turbines. We've got a really well-defended river as well. Like, enemies cannot get to this short of getting through our front door, and if they get through our front door, let's be honest, it's probably a game over anyway. I was told about these annual expos. We are doing, what is this one? Culture and art. I was told if we get an intellectual one, even if the base is on fire, if everything's burning down, everyone's dying, we still need to be going to it because it is that friggin' powerful that we just need to drop everything and go for it. I will try and do that. We haven't had one yet, though. We should probably check around the world. I've not really done much with this. Now that's something that I think I forgot to point out. One thing I was doing while I was building was we had, please come to dinner once it's destroyed. Do we fuck? Who's going to give us that steel plate armor? What, me? Ancient Vampire Crypt turned up. I think we might send Jilp on a one-man mission. He doesn't need to eat, but I can assume he can forage on the way, like he can eat animals on the way. I don't know how that works. What happens if vampires travel in caravans? Guess we'll find out, because I'm going to send him to this ancient vampire crypt, and we'll see what this has got. Hopefully we can Diablerize whatever the hell's in there and upgrade Jilp. From the sounds of it, it's, like, disgustingly powerful. The way the game, the message that, you know, the sort of warning message came out was like, this is a super powerful vampire, and you're going to die, and everybody you know is going to die, and everybody they love is going to die. It made it to be kind of scary. So we will test this out. I will apprehensively send Jilp and just Jilp. Think he's powerful enough. He's got war form, which has been horribly disappointing, and he's got a gun these days. I was going to say he's got a sword, but actually no, he's just straight up using a gun. He's going to drink our researchers there too. No, this is cool. One thing we have got, boom, maxed out level Skyfall. I actually want to test this out before we head off to that ancient vampire crypt. We've got anything to test it out on? We're just looking for like a squirrel, seismic toss a squirrel. We got anything at all here? Where are all the animals? There we go, that'll do it. Ground runner. Right, let's take him down. Meep. What do we want? Skyfall, does this work? Picked up a character. Oh, that might not work on a... Alright, here we go. Nice. Was that it? We just sort of rushed it. It's a rush and a stun. Stun is fairly important, I guess, because it means if we get like a prison break or something, we can stun them and then like drain them. That'll knock them down and then they're berserk. Something worth mentioning. Alright, well, let's go on our adventure then, Job, to the ancient vampire crypt. Blur. World map. Thank you. Oh, I also renamed a couple of people. We got Picula instead of Picula. I think it's probably the right way to say it. Instead of Tony. And then we also renamed this guy, Errata, to Edward Collin. Edward Collin was coincidentally a name that was suggested to me and I think had a spell check in it. It's supposed to be probably Edward Cullen, I think, from Twilight. Never seen it. I think that's his name. Instead it's Edward Collin, which made me laugh a lot because now he sounds like a builder rather than a horrible childhood in the night. Right, send him out. Oh, there's anything wrong with being a builder, of course. It doesn't really strike the fear into your enemy's heart, so hi, I'm Edward Collin. Jilp. Goodbye, my friend. You are off to an ancient vampire lair. It didn't say become hungry quickly, so I'm assuming that's okay then. I was waiting until nighttime before we sent him off, because, you know, he's a freaking vampire, huh? Jilp's caravan has formed and is now travelling on the world map. Approach ancient vampire crypt in the hope that we can get a little bit of power here. One thing we've also got is roads. We've got the ability to dig fresh roads, so what we actually might want to do is connect our colony up to, like, here. It would only take, what's that, like 3, maybe even 2? I'm not entirely sure how that works. Is he travelling during the daytime? Jilp, you've broken my immersion, for the love of God. Yeah, we could build, like, 2 provinces there and be connected up to the main road, and then we can travel between, well, I mean, essentially everywhere. Look at this. We're so cut off. Man, I forgot how tiny the world was here. Just that, and we'd be able to get ourselves there. Nice, we got a watermill generator. That's what I was waiting for. Alright, so let's get a couple of these down then we've never got power issues. We don't really have power issues right now, but we'd be able to dismantle these and build something else there, you know. We've also got human power generators, which is going to go in our prison when we get to that stage. Watermill generators. Plus, these things churn out, obviously, way more electricity than these windmills. Oh, we can actually build them on the beach. Okay, that's cool. I was kind of worried that would be the ocean. We can't build them in the ocean. It has to be running water. Yeah, it absolutely does. That's cool, though, because it means we can build them really, really far away from any potential, like, raiders. Drop pods as well. Look at this man. He's absolutely flying. Took him no time at all to get there. It was, like, less than a day. Let's see what we've got. What's behind door number 1? Oh, God. I'm kind of worried here, because it really did make it out to be such a massive deal. Why are you not researching, my man? Or he can work in the mine. Why is he... Oh, that's probably why, yeah? Also that. There we go. Okay, Jilp. We need to go back to the world map. Let's see what we've got. Generate map for new encounter. I don't know what generation of vampire you can find. I assume it's always going to be like... Ooh, careful. Oh! Hooray! We defeated enemy outpost. Excuse me? Oh, wow. Look at... Oh, whoa. Look at this. This is cool. We've got a whole bunch of fucking graves. This is very, very cool. Man, alright. Let's take a look. Good luck, Jilp. This could be the end of Jilp, or it could be the start of Jilp growing into... Oh, my God. Granite seal coffin. Awful. I mean, obviously we want to try and awaken them, but I don't know how possible that is. Good luck. This could be horrible. Now, like I was saying before, we've seen a vampire one generation higher than Jilp. I would assume, for gameplay purposes, it's always going to be one generation higher. I don't know whether Diablerizing a generation 2 vampire, say, is any different generation of vampire, Diablerizing a generation 7 vampire to Jilp, whether it just levels up to the next one, so it would go from 8th to 7th, and then 7th to 6th, etc., or whether it'll go to whatever the level of the vampire you diablerize are. So if we eat a level 2, will we just instantly become level 2? I don't know. This seems horrifying. He's going to put down his berries. Open. Awaken, my child. Get ready, because I imagine they're going to come out swinging. What is it? Dan. Dan Spaulding. Oh my god, look at how much Vitae he needs. Vampirism. Level 5. No, he's level 6, yeah? It just says... Okay, so his sire is level 5. You'd assume he's a level 6 unless he's Diablerized someone else, right? Oh god, he's significantly stronger than Jilp. We do have a gun, though. I mean, that's also... We do have a gun. He's got a knife. Jilp, move away. Just shoot him. Can we... Oh, don't go outside. Holy shit, it's sunlight. This is a showdown for the ages. What's he doing? Shoot him. I mean, ideally, we want to knock him down so we can Diablerize him, right? Just take a few pot shots. Doing absolutely nothing. He's leveling up his shooting, though. Just wandering. He's not even attacking Jilp anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. When we were told Ancient Vampire Crypt of extreme danger, this, Jilp taking random pot shots at a man as he walks around aimlessly, not really the epic showdown I was expecting, huh? I mean, it's leveling up his shooting, so you know what, Jilp? Have a fun day. You can just sit there. I mean, oh, out of ammo. Alright, then. Warform. Warform. What do we do then? Like, Skyfall him? Didn't work. Alright. Wing Buffet. That one worked. What do we do? One condition needs tending. Oh, there we are. Methuselah is 5th generation. Oh my god, this could be massive. Diablerize. We can't watch him for target. Why can't he do that? Why can't he... Do we have to melee it? Do we have to knock him down first? Oh, he's just not fucking doing anything now. Alright. Nothing? For fuck's sake. Maybe we have to knock him down first. Go on, Jilp. Get him. Get him, Jilp. Go on, Jilp. You can do it. I believe in you. Is this doing anything? I feel like he's too powerful. He's got like Ultra Instinct or something. Shaggy, is that you? My god, look at the Vitae. It's doing nothing. I want to check the combat log. Jilp slammed Dan. Jilp clobbered Dan. Dan was done by Jilp. Dodge. Smash Dan. He can't do any damage. We're not doing any damage. Warform. Ironically named, apparently. We'll try again with our melee claws. What if we feed on him? It worked. Oh my god, we can just feed on him over and over? What happens if a vampire feeds on a vampire? Is this going to work? Grapple oh god, he's pulled a knife on us. Oh god, Dan. Feed on him? Nothing? Diablerize? This is an epic showdown. We could be here for a while, by the way. Yeah, this could take a very long time. So, how's everyone's day going? Must have been pretty fun. Just having an epic vampire showdown. Jilp is literally just power leveling right now. Like, seriously just power leveling. What worked on him before? Was it like the wing buffet? Nope. Short flight obviously won't do shit. Skyfall? Skyfall didn't even work. It's not doing anything. Alright. Back to maximum speed, I guess. This is so dumb. Literally, they were fighting for so long, they both stopped to go and get a drink from some Muffalo. Muffalo are now in full revenge, but look at this. I think that was also a cold snap. Daylight's coming up, and he's trapped outdoors. What does that mean for us? Is he going to burn? I don't want him to die. We need to Diablerize him, but I don't know... What the fuck is going on? I don't know how to do it. Is he just going to burn now? He's burning. Don't die. Don't die. Come indoors. Come indoors. Come and meet Jilp. There we go. Come and see little Jilp. No, he's going to meet the other Muffalo. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Muffalo's attacking him, and he's now running from the Muffalo. Dan Spaulding, one condition he's tending. He's on fire. Is that killing him? Pain minus 90%. Oh, the Beast Unleashed is what's giving him such a ridiculous buff. I think if he didn't have that... Oh god, Jilp's gone beast. Okay, that could be good. I guess we'll just wait and see. Jilp's out in the daytime. Jilp's going to blow himself up eating a... Is Jilp just going to die now? What the fuck is going on? And so it was, after 47 minutes of combat. Dan has been felled by mighty Jilp, including a lot of scumming it up, and many, many, many dead Muffalo, because apparently they're the only things that spawn on this friggin' map. Jilp has walked away victorious. But, my friends, came at a heavy price. That being that he's now apparently Methuselah 5th generation. I don't know why. He's still got a Soul's Dan, Child Apicula, Sire's Maya. Oh! But it says he's Methuselah 5th generation. He's still a gargoyle, though. It just says Soul's Dan. I don't know what that means. Look, more to the point, he's kept his powers. This guy's dead. That was garbage. That was ridiculous. That was so dumb. I can't believe it. So I think avoiding maybe Vampire Showdown in the future should be our top priority. I'm not doing that again. I don't care whether it's a 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation, minus 8th generation. I'm not doing that again. That was absurd. That was ridiculous, and clearly it wasn't working as intended. Jump got some good melee stat out of that, though. Look at that. He's almost level 9 now. Let's go home. That was a hell of an adventure. I was just completely lackluster. I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Right? We got an epic vampire showdown between Jilp and a slightly stronger vampire. You know, maybe us, the player, can do a bit of tactic, a bit of strategy here. You know, use his powers that we've been building up this entire campaign. No, they're just gonna stand there and punch each other to death and then eventually drop down because of sunlight. Good lord. Reform the carrot. Let's go home. That was a dumb situation. A big dumb situation. Goodbye, Jilp. At least you're a little bit stronger now, I guess. I've just looked back at the base for the first time in ages. A, we got our steel plate armor, so obviously that's fantastic. We gave ourselves steel plate armor, which we didn't have. This also happened. Like, what? Colossal Everfleet's just absolutely everywhere. I don't know if it's something to do with the temperature, the winter. Oh, God, we've got visitors. Well, they can fight the mighty Scyther army. They're all four still fighting. Are they still healed? That one's almost dead. That one's at 24%. Actually, we can probably take these guys out now, that especially that we've got our bullets. That's probably not going to take much time at all. You guys are probably dead. I hate to say it. You are in completely the wrong neighborhood. I assume only because it's still volcanic winter, April, May, minus 15, and a cold snap 2 on top of that. It's been ridiculous. The game's been ridiculous is what I'm getting at. With all things considered here, our freezer's out, but it doesn't matter because apparently it's still ridiculously refrigerated. Are you kidding me? Why is it so cold? Oh, because this vent's not actually done, huh? Why are we not getting anything built? Mal, my guy. Mal is What are you doing? Oh, because he's been building all the plumbing in the That's a fair point. We are building an entire prison in hindsight. You know what? You get on with that, my friend. Why are they not plumbed in still? What have I missed? Oh, this bit's not finished. That's okay, right? But we're basically done with the prison in that case. Let's start these vents, because this is area 1. Did I actually miss an area? Oh, that explains a fucking lot. Good God. Oh, what a fool. Okay, Mal, can we get this finished, my guy? Because otherwise everyone's going to freeze. We need a few more components as well. Apparently we've used them all up on God only knows what. What happened to all our components? We've got a vitals monitor, but no beds, which is incredible. I actually have no idea. I guess just replacing old components. Maybe? Jilp's caravan has arrived in the sunlight. That's another thing I feel hasn't been too well thought ahead. Vampires can only, you know, travel during nighttime because I mean, I say move around in darkness. However, their caravans can only travel during the day. So I think we're going to have to he can't misform because he's frantically trying to get back to cover. Are you joking? So misform stops him being destroyed by sunlight and he can't go misform because he's in sunlight. What about if we do this? Okay, there we go. We can draft him up first. That's okay, right. Get back to the base. Good lord. And now we've definitely got some mechanoids to deal with. I feel like I'm getting deja vu. I feel like there's a time before where we've put Jilp off fighting mechanoids for days and days and days. base is almost done. Base is looking quite nice. Obviously, we need floors and things. The prison's actually built. The actual outline is done. We just need to fill it with shit now. Ideally, tons and tons and tons of prisoners. How's the research coming along as well? We've finished our watermill generator, so why don't we move on to... I mean, turrets would be fantastic, naturally. Why can't we go for fabrication? Oh, the multi-analyzer's turned off. You giant donkey. What a fool. There we go. Right, problem solved. Let's see what we can do then. Deep drilling, obviously not a terrible idea whatsoever. Fabrication would be fantastic. That would allow us to make power armor. As we found out previously, power armor is disgustingly overpowered with combat extended. Like, just absurd. Do want to go for turrets, so what do we need for that? We need blowback operation, so let's start on that next. Not only will it defend the base, it'll also keep the prisoners in line. Blowback operation, where is that? You think I know about that, huh? There we are. Blowback operation, only 500 points, thank you very much, problem solved. With this many workbench as well, that being sort of our catch-all job, that shouldn't take much time. In hindsight, maybe I should have left that... Oh! We've got components back here. Nice. Okay, sure. Let's select similar, mine. Let's go over to the orders tab and then mine all connected ores. Not a huge amount, but it will keep us going for quite some time. And then obviously that should be, yeah, it's allowed in that area anyway. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. He's eating these literally explosive animals to try and get a little bit more blood out of them. Unbelievable. Everyone's fairly happy, so I'm pretty happy about how this episode has gone. Everybody's doing quite... Demonetized is down. Or not at all. What the fuck? I guess they went to bed or something for a second. Now the game's... Oh, who would be surprised that this mod pack's bugged out? Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Point is, everything's gone very well this episode, I think. Base is more or less finished. We've got to put floors in the place. We've got to put amenities in the prison. We've got the kill box done, finished. We've got some very important research done. We had an epic, epic showdown with our top-level vampire. Everybody's got armor-piercing rounds now, except for you. You've decided not to equip any for some goddamn reason. Everyone else, though, no, it's definitely the SKS. Do not have armor-piercing rounds. Why is that? Excuse me? Soviet cartridge. Hollow point. Oh, you absolute fool. Okay. Let's try that one. Everybody has armor-piercing rounds now, so we can go and fight that mechanoid ship. First thing we do next episode, we clear these fuckers out. The fire is actually spreading this side. I thought it wouldn't. Not that it matters anyway, because the winter's just destroying everything, so it's not as if there's any goddamn plants or animals to worry about there. We will take these boys out. Very annoyed that we're still in the winter. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I think it's been a very weird one, a very strange one, kind of a funny one too, with our whole epic vampire. I need to put some epic music over that, don't I, and do a montage or something along those lines. The final thing I want to actually do to round this episode off is very quickly go to every single member of the colony and make sure we've spent all their points, which clearly I haven't. Level 25, 5th generation. He's definitely gone up in the world. It wasn't that epic, though. I mean, honestly, it's supposed to be like this big old showdown. One Diablerized the other. It's like a literal fight for their soul. Just ended up being kind of a ball ache. Pickle, you have so many points available. Good God. I'm going to go for... I do like Mistform, but I feel like Fortitude is so much better, especially as we've got, like, a massive fight to come. Same with all the ghouls, if we've even got any ghouls left. I feel like I've been healing so much to avoid the frostbite that it's genuinely been the reason that we've lost all of their ghoul points is fighting off frostbite and regenerating limbs from the frostbite as well. Let's keep going for Fortitude, though. Oh, right, they need a higher blood bond, don't they? Sure, we'll go for that one then, just to allow them... Oh, I meant to go for that one. That's the one that allows them to passively fly faster. Go for that one. Demonetized, I imagine you've got... Yeah, you've got nothing left. Apparently, you're also dead. And then Edward Cullen needs some bone armor, so I think we need to... bone mask. Why are we making more bone masks? We need bone armor, you weird man. Right, let's go for that one up, and then lower that one, because I think one more's fine. A little bit of spare bone armor there. Finally, ready to do with these goddamn mechanoids. Kind of surprised that we've lost all of our ghoul abilities in that extent. Why don't we start some more research first? We've got gunsmithing going, then we're going for turrets. If you guys have got any research you could recommend before we go into next time, that'd be incredibly useful, because we've got so many mods going on right now. I don't even know where to start with Atomics either. Is that useful to start now? Is it mid-game? Is it end-game? What the fuck do we do with that? We haven't really got the resources to be doing anything, to be frank. I mean, hopefully the Quarry is going to change that very, very soon, but we will see that as we go. Let's give a shout out to all of our insane top tier level patrons who made this series possible in the first place. If you guys haven't had your vampire names, throw them at me. And I've already got a lot still in the back burner. I'm going to be naming prisoners as well. So maybe one of you guys will get the prison escape and be the ones to overthrow the tyranny of Jilp. Or, as I like to look at it, the necessary correction of Jilp. Big thank you and shout out to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kurto, Atmosis, Austin Gauthier, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Blurry Bunny, Sedini, Crazy Pat, Crosis, Donald, Escape, Facundo Vasquez, Fungus King, Gogolus, Harik, Haydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Justin Wallace, Kanan Carter, Michael Mullen, Mr. Smug, Muskratful, Nathan Flores, Necrophilin, Pelvis Presley, Surf the Swede, Stannis Manis, Toby Cruz, Tom Terror 18, Tyler Kendall, Beckus Bacchus, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support at the insane tier levels on Patreon. It's most appreciated. Thank you guys for making the series possible. I think this is a fun little series here. It's probably only going to be a short one. Can't imagine it'll go on for a huge amount of time here, especially not as long as the last Jilp series. And then, let's see if I can come up with something new. There is an awesome mod that's come out recently that I'm waiting to get a few more updates for before we dive into that. We've already got a great idea for next series too, so definitely stay tuned. Shout out, of course, as well to, gonna make sure I'm at the top of my list this time, Acero, Adam Person, Ackery, Andrew Wilson, Arachnid44, Ben Troke, Bettermas Max, Better Valerian, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Honey217, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Gray, Haji Damar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Ice Wallow Come, I didn't even try with that one, huh? I See the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Jose, Euron DeVries, Jessica Smith, John Holiday, Johnny No, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plock, Justin Walters, Lasme, Llewellyn Thomas, Luke Wallace, Matthew, Monty, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Ganimal, Pansamu, Pantherpill, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, Shari, Smirtone, The Insane Pickle, Will Wade, Wolfie, and Zico too. Thank you all for your support. See you guys next episode, where we're going to absolutely kill some mechanoids.